All right. I know what you all came here for. You saw the title on the video and it says how I lost 19 pounds in 1 month. Well, I'm going to tell you, dear viewer, and I know what you're probably thinking. What kind of drugs did this guy take? What was he starving himself? What sequence of events led to you losing such a large quantity of weight so quickly? Was it diet? Was it exercise? Was it a special pill? No. I mean, some of that, yeah, but not really. Anyway, let me just tell you all the story. So, how I lost 19 pounds in 1 month. I wanted to do this video when I lost 20, but I'm just about there anyway, so I might as well do this now. So, in order for me to tell you how this happened, let me tell you, I'm going to start from the beginning. Okay, so back in 2019, when the beer bug really hit all of us hard, I was probably at my best shape ever. I was at about a solid 220 pounds. I'm 6'1", so I carried that pretty well. I just came off of doing 2 Spartan races. I did a color run. I was in pretty good shape. I would go up the stairs. I wasn't tired, things of that nature. I felt amazing, right? Then the bug hit. All the gyms closed. I got wifeyed up at the time, and we just got jollier, you know? We just got thicker. We just hung out, watched Marvel movies all day, and ate. And that's what happened to a lot of people. Now, during this bug, a lot of people either lost a lot of weight or gained a lot of weight. I, of course, was in the latter category. Yes, I went from 220 pounds to about 270, right? Yeah, about 270. Then 271. 271 was my highest weight last month. Now, even though the gyms were open once more, I wasn't moving the same way anymore. The way I was living my life was significantly different. I no longer had a job where I used to move around a lot. I was now sitting stationary because I work from home. And the foods that I ate only got worse in quality in terms of eating a lot of fast food, going out, drinking, things of that nature. And I let myself go. Safe to say, yes, I did. The body, the shape, the feeling that I had was diminished. It was gone, perished. Now, it really hit me a month ago, and this is where this journey began. Actually, it began more than a month ago. About 2 months ago, a group of my friends got together and we made a group chat on WhatsApp, and it was called 90-Day Challenge. Or actually, we changed it to Build a Beast. And the goal was that for 90 days straight, we were going to work out, and no matter what, we were all going to get in shape. Now, the 90 days have not passed yet, and it's not really a competition towards where there's a winner, right? We're all the winners. At the end of the day, if we lose the weight, we all win. But safe to say, obviously, no one can work out every day. It's impossible. You'll get injured. And then if you are injured, you are more liable to miss more workouts. So what happens next? I noticed one day when I was going to the gym that I was going up the stairs and I felt really tired. I was out of breath. And then I was talking on the phone while I was walking, and I was noticeably out of breath. I was pacing a lot. And it really, really bothered me because I didn't want to feel that way. Hold on one second. Okay. I didn't want to feel that way. I got sick of feeling that way. I was lamenting the fact that just a few years prior, I was doing Spartan races and I was running upstairs with no issue. Now, as a 40-year-old man, I'm significantly more exhausted. I would start getting sleepy while I was working, and just overall had very low energy. The only thing that I still had in abundance was my sex drive. That's never really gone away. I gotta turn this AC on. Give me 1 second. Sorry about that. I started sweating in here. Yeah, the only thing that I still have in abundance is my sex drive. But everything else, my feeling of wanting to get up and be motivated to create content or just move around, those things diminished. They were gone, kaput, vaporized from this plane of reality. And I didn't like feeling that way. It felt horrible. I'm sure some of you can resonate. There's even a depression that takes place, you know? It's bad enough when the weather's cold and we get seasonal depression, but I love sunny weather. I like going outside and taking walks in the park and just feeling the joy of the movement of my own body. But none of it was working. I was actually gaining weight. I had to buy brand new clothes because all the XL shirts that I was wearing, and mind you, the reason I wear XLs is because I'm 6'1", so automatically I would wear bigger clothing. But they stopped fitting me, and I had to buy 2Xs. And even the 2Xs believe it or not, started getting a little young. So I was getting concerned. I was becoming morbidly obese. I was almost in the 300-pound category. Excuse me, I'm just taking a sip of this tea. Now, I know I'm being long-winded here, and I'm not telling you the secret, which is not really a secret, not yet, because I wanted to build on it. I wanted to give you all a blueprint of what I was experiencing, on how I felt and how crappy it made me feel to know that this gladiator that I felt like once upon a time had been diminished. I was diminished. I was no longer the person that I liked being, and it bothered me. So what was the change? So one day when I was at the gym, I started listening to a whole bunch of those like fitness Reddit, you know, kind of AI generated voices or whatever, where they just talk about their fitness journeys. And I noticed a lot of these people were talking about MyFitnessPal. Now, I am not sponsored by MyFitnessPal. Okay. That application does not sponsor this show in any way, shape, or form, but I'm going to give it praise because of how well it actually works. Okay. So a month and a half ago, I decided to download the app, and I just paid for the year outright. I'm like, I'm just going to pay for this because something needs to change. I need to change. There is a problem with the relationship between me and food that's not healthy, and it's hurting me. Okay. So I downloaded the app, and safe to say it was horrible. Like the first 3 days I struggled. I felt like I was starving because MyFitnessPal, based off of my height, age, weight, and a level of activity, they gave me about 2,200 calories that I could work with a day. Okay. Now the goal was to not eat beyond that. So the first few days felt horrible because I didn't really realize how much calories I was consuming on a day-to-day basis. It was really bad when I started noticing that, hey, okay, I'm scanning this cheese. So 2 slices of American cheese, well, 1 slice is 80 calories. So if you did 2 slices, that's about 140, 150, somewhere around there. I don't know. I'm bad at math. But, you know, you get the picture. I started realizing how many cold cuts I was putting in a sandwich. You know, 1 slice, 2 ounces of salami, which I love. I love salami. It's one of my favorite cold cuts. 2 ounces of that alone is over 300 calories. And I was putting way more, like a significant amount more. So safe to say that I was feeling crushed. I didn't believe that I can do this. I'm not going to lie. There was a small part of me that felt, I'm not going to be able to count calories. This is ridiculous. I don't want to live like this. You know, who wants to live counting calories? But it started working for me little by little. The app has recipes. Like one of them was a oats overnight kind of deal where you would put like half a cup of oatmeal with either almond milk, regular milk, water, whatever you wanted to put it with, right? And just leave it in the fridge overnight. And in the morning, you could eat that with like a banana or some mixed fruits, walnuts, whatever you want to have. And I made the recipe of almond milk with a cup of oatmeal and a cup of mangoes, right? Frozen mangoes. That recipe is about 420 calories or 410 calories, somewhere ballpark around there. And I felt sated. It felt good. So I stopped getting my breakfast sandwich in the morning, which when I did all the calculations was over 900 calories. So at the beginning of my day, I was already consuming almost half of my caloric intake for the entire day. Safe to say, it wasn't a good look because then there was still lunch, there was still dinner, and the snacks in between. Snacks are horrible because you have them so often throughout the day, you don't realize how many additional calories you're consuming. Same thing with juices. I'm not really a soda or juice guy anymore, but if you are doing that, you're essentially drinking your calories, which is even worse because you don't feel sated. So I started buying healthier foods. I bought a box of like mixed greens, some arugula. I got those like small little potatoes where 1 serving size is 70 calories. So if you have 4 of those potatoes, you're going to feel pretty full off of those, along with I would have like 2 hard-boiled eggs and like a serving size of chicken or Angus beef and some greens. Now you could put as much greens as you want on your plate, okay? Because they're so minuscule in terms of caloric intake, but they're good for you. So those fibrous vegetables are really good. Don't forget those. I would put peas and carrots. And before I noticed, little by little, after the 3rd day, the pounds started going down significantly. Like, I want to say in the first week, I probably dropped around close to 5 pounds just in the first week. And that was probably a lot of the bloat that I had left over because obviously I don't think I just dropped 5 pounds that quickly, but I did. It wasn't a lie. No. Let me take a sip of this tea. Okay. So what happens next? after the hump of the first couple of days, it started getting easier, like I said previously. So, of course, I still go to the gym. And going to the gym, I began doing the Stair Master instead of my typical elliptical. The Stair Master was really good because the first few days of the Stair Master, after like less than 5 minutes, I was already winded. I wanted to get off that thing. I was dripping sweat and I felt horrible, but at least I was sweating. Now, after about a week of doing that, I started noticing that I didn't have to take a break until the 15 to 20 minute mark. Now, today and yesterday, I was able to do the Stair Master for the full 30-minute duration without taking a single break. Not only that, I also wasn't leaning over. You know how like some people like lean over the Stair Master? I was standing straight while I was walking up and down. So my energy reserves are coming back. I'm going up a regular flight of stairs and I'm no longer winded. During my lunch break, I take a 2-mile walk because I work from home and I get an hour lunch. So I'm doing a lot of walking. And if you believe that the calories that are being given to you at the beginning are really small, realize that the app does something very intelligent and they actually give you surplus calories that you can consume past the daily recommended amount based off of your level of activity. I'll give you an example. If I burned 1,000 calories at the gym, that doesn't mean that I can eat 1,000 calories extra because I burned that. No, because then you're not going to lose anything. If I burned 1,000 calories at the gym, I would get about 150 to 200 calories back. And that's good enough for like a protein shake. You can have a banana, you can have another snack with that if you're feeling like you're not sated. So I started doing that. And eventually I got the hang of it. I've even gotten to the point where I don't have to portion my foods on a scale, although I still do it when I'm prepping. So if I buy a big package of chicken, for example, I'm portioning that out. I'm cutting it up, I'm portioning it on a scale, and then I'm putting it in Ziploc bags. Okay? Because if you have your food prepared for you during the week, you're also less likely to eat out, in terms saving you money as well. So I've saved hundreds of dollars this month just from not eating out every single day. Yeah, it's true. It's been really helpful. And I want to thank MyFitnessPal. Honestly, I think it's an awesome app. And it sucks that I'm not sponsored by them because I'm telling all my friends about it. All the friends that are in the group chat with me that, we're trying to encourage each other to get healthier, not just lose weight, but in general, be healthier. I keep telling them, I'm singing the praises of this app. So MyFitnessPal is working really well. I'm a month and a half in and I started at 271 pounds when we began this 90-day weight loss thing. Now, this is what you got to be mindful of. Throughout that 271 pounds, I wasn't losing any weight. I was gaining weight, as a matter of fact. I would fluctuate between 271 to 274. So, for about a 3 to 4 pound difference. And as soon as I started using it, I dropped the weight so quickly that now, even though I've eaten throughout the course of the day, I'm at 252 right now, and it's not going up. The numbers have been dropping steadily. Now, I might have a day where I go out with friends and I splurge a little more than I should when it comes to food. Like tonight, for example, that's going to happen because it's a friend's birthday. One of the guys that's in the chat. So that the amount that I will consume is statistically insignificant when you think about the regular routine that you stay on. You can have a bad day, okay? You can eat really bad one day and regret your choices the next day, but still get back on the ball, get back on that wagon. Because even if you let's say you gain 2 pounds during the weekend, or 5 pounds because you just like splurged and you went in. Then when Monday begins, start anew again and just keep it going. Don't get discouraged because you gained some weight that you lost, because you will lose it again and you'll lose it quickly. Trust me, fast pounds are burnt quickly as long as you do the right thing, eat the right way, exercise, get some kind of movement. Now, the app itself is not what's important, but it's just having a roadblock, something to begin from. You need a blueprint, because I've always been really good at exercising. I love going to the gym. The gym is my mistress, I call it. It's something that I enjoy. It is a sanctuary. It's an escape from everything else that's happening. And, when you get that, when you get those endorphins, you get that rush in you from exercise, and you feel amazing. After you have a nice sweaty workout and you take a shower, you feel like $1,000,000. Trust me, I know I know the people that do this for a living know what I'm talking about. So I'm going to continue doing what I'm doing, but I had a really bad relationship with food, and I never realized how bad it was. I was consuming foods that didn't love me back. And as a result, I ended up having to take pills because I have really bad acid reflux. You know, I still have to take the pills, but it doesn't feel that bad anymore. Like those acid reflux attacks that I would get throughout the course of the day have diminished significantly. I'm not snoring as much when I'm sleeping. I'm actually sleeping better because I'm not going to bed full where, you know, everything is just like swimming in my body. You know, I have better bowel movements. I know that's TMI, but it's true. And when you start to lose weight, a lot of different things begin to happen to your body. Now, I've been through this journey before. Yes. Because mind you, again, before the beard bug, I was 220 pounds, and that's the goal. I want to get back to 220. That's where I felt the most comfortable with myself. Today, I did laundry this morning before I went to the gym. And for the first time in years, I was able to take out some of my XL shirts that I couldn't wear anymore. I washed them and they were clean, but you know what happens when you leave clothing sitting around for too long and you don't use it? You know how it doesn't build like a smell because it's not dirty, but it kind of just, it has a strange scent to it, you know, like it needs to be washed. So I washed about 10 different shirts that didn't fit me before. And for the first time today, I was able to wear an XL to the gym that fit me properly. This shirt is an XL. This was really, really young on me. It's still, you know, I still got a lot ways to go because I'm still over 200 pounds, but the weight's going down and that's what's important. Once I get back to 220, I'm going to feel really good and I'll probably want to go to 210. And I would say the max 200 pounds. I think that's a good weight for my height, where if I build a strong athletic frame, that's a good amount of weight, because I don't want to be like super skinny either. I want to have some presence to me. I want to have mass. I want to have muscle, but I also don't want to look like I'm super shredded, and I don't want to look fat. That's just the reality of life. You'll feel better. I can wear my XLs again, and that's really exciting. So the secret, it's not really a secret. Just portion your food. Download an app. Download MyFitnessPal. There's tons of apps. There's Noom. You know, there's like Weight Watchers. There's different apps that you could download that give you these techniques, right? But the point is to have a gauge of what you're doing. You know, you're not gonna go to a different state, right, without watching your gas tank, right? Because you'll be on empty and you'll be stuck in the middle of the road. You have to know when you're out of gas and then get more gas. So you have to have a measure of what you're doing. And it's sort of the same way with our bodies. So make sure that you take care of it. Make sure you have a support system. That's also really important. This is the first time in my life where my friends are on the same boat that I'm at. It was always me. I was always the fitness guy. I was always the guy that wanted to get my friends in better shape, not just because I wanted them to look good, but I wanted them to feel good and be healthy. I don't want to lose them. You know, we're all going to lose each other at some point. It's inevitable. But let's not let it be because of our poor eating choices that, you know, put us in really bad, unhealthy situations. So have a support system. Download an app. Start portioning your food properly. Go to the gym. Even if you don't go physically work out, go for a walk. Walking is one of the most low intensity exercises you can get that give you significant benefits. You get very good cardiovascular benefits. It's good for your heart to walk. Okay. And as we get older, me, again, being in my 40s now, I want to feel good. I want to go well into my 50s feeling good. I want to live as long a life as I can, as healthy as I can. But these are choices that we have to make for ourselves. No one can force you to be healthy. No one can force you to make a life change. That has to come from within. You have to find that strength from within and say, hey, you know what? I'm kind of tired of being a piece of shit. I don't want to look like this anymore. I look horrible. I feel horrible. Why do you want to feel that way? Why do you want to purposely hurt your body? Ask yourselves that question. And yeah, well, this was only going to be like a 5-minute video, but it turned into like a 20-minute one. I'm a little long-winded, but I felt that the origin story was important to get to how I ended up at this point. I was sick of feeling the way I felt, and I wanted to change. And you are all going to go on your own journey of self-discovery. Your hero's journey will take place in a different way. But remember to take care of yourselves and each other. And with that said, I've been your boy NeoStarling. If you feel like you got any value from this, please feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe. Help your brother out. I want to grow this channel. I want to do multiple things with this channel. I feel motivated again, guys and gals, or whatever you identify as. I feel great. And I want you to feel the same way. With that said, you are all awesome. And don't ever, ever let anyone tell you different. Signing off.